Attorney Norm Pattis is hoping to have any evidence culled from a cell phone owned by Fotis Dulos suppressed in the case of his missing estranged wife. Fotis Dulos and his gal pal Michelle Triconis had pleaded not guilty to tampering with evidence and hindering prosecution in the disappearance of Jennifer Dulos. One of those phones provided key information that led to the discovery of evidence connecting Fotis with the disappearance of his wife, according to court documents. The records for one of the phones revealed Fotis Dulos traveled to 80 Mountain Road in Farmington, a property owned by his real estate development company, the Four Group, and Albany Avenue in Hartford on May 24th. The records obtained from his cell phone provider pinged off towers in Hartford around 7 p.m., about the same time friends reported Jennifer Dulos missing, arrest warrant said. The phone records led New Canaan police to seek assistance from the Hartford Police Department, which has an extensive system of surveillance cameras throughout the city. New Canaan investigators said in arrest warrants charging Fotis Dulos and Michelle Triconis with two misdemeanor crimes that Hartford video showed two people resembling the pair stopping close to 30 times along Albany Avenue that night. The man was seen in a black Ford Raptor matching the vehicle Fotis Dulos owns, placing multiple garbage bags into trash bins along the busy city street, the warrant said. Garbage bags that police retrieved a week later contained clothing and other items stained with Jennifer Dulos's blood, the warrant said. Garbage bags that police retrieved a week later contained clothing and other items stained with Jennifer Dulos's blood. The warrant states that Fotis went with an attorney to the New Canaan Police Department the day after his wife was reported missing. Fotis Dulos provided a New Canaan detective with an iPhone, which was seized by police, the document said. The question of whether evidence gleaned from the phone can be suppressed with hinge largely on when it was gathered, said attorney Brittany Paz, who is not involved in the case. Fotis Dulos isn't allowed to revoke his consent of a search of the phone, she said. But that does not mean a judge would rule that all the evidence gathered in connection with the phone would be suppressed, she said. The phone itself contains physical evidence such as text and photos. A key issue the judge will consider is at what point Fotis Dulos asked for the phone back, she said. It will all depend on when the consent to look at the phone was given and when he asked for it back. If he asked for the phone back after a search warrant was obtained, then there will be no grounds to suppress evidence, she said. But if he asked for the phone back before the search warrant was obtained and was refused, there could be a problem, she said. Police obtained search warrants for a forensic review of the phone and for a review of the cell phone records associated with the device, the arrest warrant said. The search warrants in the case are sealed until September. Stamford State's Attorney Richard Colangelo declined to comment Monday on Pattis's request for a suppression hearing on the phone. Pattis contended during Friday's pretrial hearing that police took the phone May 25th without a search warrant and refused to give it back. He didn't give the state of Connecticut a irrevocable gift, Pattis told Judge John Blowy. The state kept it without a warrant. Our view is that the phone and the fruits of the phone are suppressible. In a motion filed in June, Pattis asked the court to return several items seized by police as part of the massive investigation into the disappearance of the New Canaan mother of five, who was also involved in a bitter 2-year divorce and custody battle with her estranged husband. 2 iPhones owned by Fotis Dulos were listed among the items that he wanted returned. The judge agreed Friday that Fotis Dulos could have back a Jeep and a Chevy Suburban, but nothing else. Pattis didn't specify in his argument to suppress Friday which phone was at issue. Pattis did not return phone calls Monday for comment. Judge Blowy declined to discuss Pattis' request for a suppression of evidence gleaned from the phone until an attorney filed a formal motion and Colangelo had an opportunity to file an objection. Blowy also rejected Pattis's motion seeking Jennifer Dulos's medical records, but is taking more time to consider Colangelo's request for a gag order. The search for Jennifer Dulos has reached 11 weeks and has cost local and state police more than $600,000 in overtime. Police said they believe she was the victim of a serious physical assault based on blood spatter and blood stains in the garage of her home. Fotis Dulos is due back in Stamford Superior Court September 13th, while his gal pal is scheduled to appear on August 19th. Thank you everyone for watching. As always, leave me your thoughts and opinions below in the comment section. Nothing Norm Pattis says or does surprises me.